After successfully filing a lawsuit and winning recently, Ted Cruz has now filed a lawsuit on behalf of Donald Trump that's immediately been appealed to the Supreme Court that could allow Donald Trump to repay himself millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars that he loaned himself for his campaign. Now, just to rewind a little bit, in case you're not familiar with the Ted Cruz lawsuit, as we reported last week, Ted Cruz won a lawsuit allowing himself to repay himself $260,000 that he loaned to his campaign, thanks to a loan from Goldman Sachs where his wife works. But previously, campaign finance laws, specifically the McCain-Feingold law, only allowed candidates to reimburse themselves $250,000. Ted Cruz went and argued that doing this, limiting the amount I can pay myself back, is in fact limiting my free speech. The judge agreed, and now Cruz says, well, I had success for me. Why don't I try it for Donald Trump, who loaned himself, at least that we know of, $34 million for his 2016 campaign alone. This is going to the Supreme Court. I have no doubt how those judges are going to rule. I don't think anybody watching this thinks the judges are going to rule any way other than in favor of Ted Cruz's lawsuit. So let's talk about why Cruz is doing this. Cruz is obviously, one, doing this to suck up to Donald Trump and to suck up to his base, trying to show that he is a good little Trump warrior going out there doing whatever he can to make Donald Trump a little bit richer. And I imagine Donald Trump could reward him in the future, assuming Trump doesn't run, with an endorsement, because Cruz could very well be putting $34 million back in Trump's pocket. He's also doing this for the far more sinister reason of opening up our political campaigns to literally unlimited corporate money. And what I mean is that if somebody like, say, Jeff Bezos decided to run for office and said, I'm going to loan my campaign $1 billion. If this lawsuit succeeds, Bezos would then be able to raise as much money as he wants to pay himself back that $1 billion. And the danger, as legal experts have explained, is the fact that you can continue to raise money even after your campaign is over. So he could win an election. Any candidate could win an election after loaning themselves millions and millions and millions of dollars to win that election. Then after that, they can go to the corporate donors and say, listen, I'm in. Don't you want a piece of this now? And since there's no gamble for the corporations at that point, they don't have to worry about spending money on a losing candidate. The person won. They can donate the money to the campaign. They can get everything they want. The candidate can repay themselves that money, and the cycle will just continue forever. This is basically shutting out anyone who's not a millionaire or billionaire from the political process, and they're doing it under the guise of providing free speech to the ultra-rich in the United States. That's what's so disgusting about this. If this lawsuit is successful, much like Cruz's was, and I have no reason to doubt that it will be, this is the end. This is the end of fair and free elections here in the United States. It truly will be a billionaire's game at that point. And we will not have any regular average Americans serving in Congress because they'll no longer be able to afford to run if millionaires and billionaires can spend as much as they want and then pay themselves back when it's all over. One of today's video sponsors is the Nebia by Moen Spa Shower. An absolutely gorgeous new shower head, actually designed by engineers from Tesla, NASA, and Apple. And this new shower head is giving you 81% more coverage than competitors, while at the same time giving you a 45% water savings. So it does more with even less. And installation could not be easier. This shower head installs in 15 minutes or less. You don't need plumbers, you don't need contractors, you don't have to bust up any tile. It goes right up there, no problem. And this really does create a spa-like experience in the shower. I've been using this product for a while now, and let me tell you, it leaves you feeling refreshed, energized, and just ready to take on the day. It is such a wonderful way to start each and every day. And of course, Nebia also offers lots of other products for your showers too. They have shower curtains. They have shower shelves to help keep everything organized so it's not falling all over the place. And of course, right now for our Ring of Fire viewers, they have a wonderful offer. The Nebia by Moen Spa Shower starts at $199, and for Ring of Fire listeners, we have a deal for you. The first 100 people to use code ROF at Nebia.com are going to get 10% off all Nebia products. Nebia rarely does a deal like this, so this is a great deal to jump on. Go to Nebia.com/ROF, that's NEBIA.com/ROF, to check out what they have to offer. And again, the first 100 people to use the code ROF when checking out are going to save 10% on all Nebia products. Again, that's Nebia.com/ROF and enter code ROF at checkout for 10% off.